Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of worry, stress, or tension to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, start to notice where perhaps there are echoes of stress or tension in your body. Maybe muscles that are tense that don't need to be tense. Maybe very subtle movements of muscles or tendons that are giving you a clue that they could be deeper relaxed than they currently are. So as you breathe in and breathe out, notice how good it feels to release some of those things that you've been holding on to. Nobody voluntarily holds on to stress or tension. These are just sensations that occur at a time when they were useful. But here right now, there is no need for tension or stress, so just give yourself permission to release that tension. I want you to create the image of a helium balloon, a bright helium balloon held by a child, as perhaps you can remember a child that looks just like you did as a child, holding a balloon. And maybe you can see the color of that balloon. Maybe red, yellow, or blue. And I want you to imagine, as you see the floating balloon, imagine what it would feel like if your head was as light as that balloon. Feeling your head almost floating on your shoulders, enabling you to release any and all tension from your neck, from your jaw, enabling you to breathe in and breathe out and just feel deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. And I want you to see this childlike version of you at a time when they were with their mother, having a wonderful moment together. See yourself as a child smiling with your mother and feel a wave of appreciation wash over you. Perhaps your subconscious mind can acknowledge that so many of the qualities that now exist within you in some way were influenced by your mother. Maybe it's a disposition to be loving, kind, or caring. Or maybe there are other qualities. A tendency to respect, to do what's right, for honesty, integrity, or something else. But just observe how much subconsciously this child was picking up from their mother, learning so much just because they were there. Feel the lightness of all of your body now. Your head, your neck, your shoulders. Just release any and all tension. That's it. And I want you to fast forward in time and remember a time perhaps when you were playing a game with your mother. Maybe you can remember the smiles, that feeling of connection, the laughter. Or maybe you can remember a time when you were dancing. Put yourself in that version of you. Feel yourself smiling and laughing. Feel how good it feels to feel that connection. As you acknowledge the idea that if you can remember even a single memory, then that person is never truly gone. They are still there, shaping who you are and how you are. I want you to breathe in and breathe out, and imagine that your emotional world is represented as a box. Inside this box, there is a pain button on one of the walls. And within the box, there's also a ball. And when you first experience a loss, the ball is huge, almost filling the entire box. It can't move much without hitting the pain button. And maybe this represents how in the early stages of grief, it feels like almost every movement, every thought brings up the pain of the loss, constantly being reminded of the void that this loved one has left. But I want you to imagine, as time goes on, the ball shrinks. The ball represents your grief. And over time, it gets smaller. So it hits the pain button less frequently. And it doesn't mean that when the ball hits the button, it hurts any less. The pain can be just as intense. But it happens less often. And you never know when the ball is going to hit the pain button. What thought, memory, smell could trigger the ball to hit that button. But the ball is small, so it happens less often and continues to get smaller and smaller, bouncing unpredictably off the walls, just like the unpredictable nature of grief. You might be fine one moment, then suddenly something triggers your grief, and you can feel the full force of it. I want you to imagine that just because you feel an emotion doesn't mean you're a victim of the emotion. Because every time up to now that you felt a wave of emotions, you have the resilience to get through that wave of emotions. In fact, you're wiser and more resilient now than you've ever been in your life. I want you to get a sense that when you experience intense emotions, simple things can be more difficult to do. To eat, to sleep, to smile, to enjoy life. And it's natural when you feel an emotion connected to loss then in some way you want something else to replace that feeling of connection that somebody else gave. But not all connection is of equal value. So as you breathe in and breathe out, recognize that you can be discerning and have high standards. That while you desire connection, you desire quality, real, authentic connections. I want you to breathe in a feeling of acceptance, and any echoes of pain or grief or loss or sorrow, just feel it leave your body in your outward breath. So simply by breathing in and breathing out, you start to feel better, more and more relaxed. And I want you to remember a time when you had a really enjoyable hug. Just allow the feeling of a hug to activate the natural tendency of your brain to start to release oxytocin. Breathing in and breathing out. And I want you to imagine, perhaps you're tucked up in bed, just about to go to sleep. Imagine your head on the pillow. And as you prepare for rest, allow each breath to invite a wave of calm, signaling to your body that it's time for a peaceful night's sleep. I want you to envision each exhale as a gentle whisper, telling you that it's safe to release the day and the echoes of grief that may have visited. With the closing of your eyes, just imagine a soft, comforting darkness that cradles your thoughts, guiding you into deeper tranquility. Perhaps you could imagine the feeling of the sheets, the pillow, the duvet, and even the mattress supporting you, reminding you that you are held, cared for, and that it is okay to let go into that restful, peaceful slumber. Trust that with each night, sleep becomes a bridge, carrying you further from sorrow and closer to the healing that awaits in new beginnings. And you can believe that the stars outside are like guardians of the night, watching over you as your journey effortlessly flows into restorative dreams and sleep. Let the coolness and the comfort of your pillow remind you of the freshness of tomorrow, a new day with new possibilities and the potential for joy. Adjust in your imagination as you drift off. Consider your emotions as guides, each one leading you towards understanding, growth, and the light of dawn. Embrace the notion that the darkness of night is not a void, but a canvas for the bright constellations of your insights and wisdom to shine. That with every gentle heartbeat, feel a promise to yourself that you will seek out moments of connection, touch, and warmth to foster that oxytocin's natural embrace. and allow the silence of the night to speak to you. Not of loneliness, but of the space you have to fill with the murmur of contentment and the laughter of future joy. And maybe you can picture in your mind's eye a journey where each step taken in the moonlight is a step towards the wisdom gathered from your life's rich experiences. And maybe you can acknowledge that as the night cradles the earth, so too does your wisdom cradle your choices, filling them with intention and care. And just imagine that each breath, every breath in is drawing in peace, and each breath out is sending ripples of calm through every cell of your body. And you can believe deep down in the very depths of your heart that the quiet of the night is a testament to the peace that resides within you, ready to unfold and blossom. Some people believe in manifestation in the universe, and maybe you can sense a gentle encouragement from the universe, inviting you to take those qualities acquired from your mother to help you to engage in heartfelt interactions, enriching your life with genuine experiences. Conceive that each night is an opportunity to recharge, not just in rest, but in the resolve to live a life filled with meaningful, oxytocin-releasing connections. Trust that as you sleep, your subconscious is weaving the wisdom you've collected into the fabric of your dreams, strengthening you, helping you to become even more resilient. Whether you see it or not, you can acknowledge that with every sunset, you are given the chance to reset, to let the colors of your emotions paint a hopeful sky for the very next day. So as you surrender to sleep, do so with the knowledge that each day is an invitation to embrace the infinite possibilities of life's experiences. Breathe in and breathe out, feeling that acceptance going in, any disempowering emotions leaving your body, and relish the comfort in knowing that sleep is a natural healer, an elixir, restoring not just your body but fortifying your spirit with resilience and optimism. So allow yourself to be reassured that the wisdom you carry is a lantern in the night, guiding your decisions through the darkness to the very clarity of dawn. Picture that room with that ball getting smaller and smaller, with less and less of the emotional pain of grief. And recognize that your journey through grief has endowed you with an inner compass, pointing towards profound and positive change. And embrace the quiet confidence that as you seek and secure natural sources of positive emotions, you are also nurturing the roots of a life filled with happiness and health. Breathe in and breathe out and feel like perhaps if you're listening to this right before you sleep, that your unconscious mind will allow you to drift off into a deep, rejuvenating, fulfilling sleep. But if you're listening to this at a different time, then as I count from 1 to 10, you will awaken, bright, full of energy and optimism. Your unconscious will know if you desire to sleep or awake. So just allow your unconscious to lead you in that direction. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,